Welcome back, X Squad. This is Minecorp X, and today I am back with the LEGO Minecorp Orbiton LEGO Mixel Series Overview. Now, as you guessed from the title of this, I will be covering everything that has to do with the Orbiton tribe, LEGO Mixel Series 4. So, let's get into it. I want to cover their bags, their looks, their instructions, and the max. Alright, so here I have the Orbitons. Rocket, Nixbutt, and Nerpnon. All three of them. Now, I want to cover their similarities and their differences. First, I know this is kind of funny, but you might notice on the back of every instruction booklet is a different LEGO minifigure. That one's a pirate. Scoot that over a little bit. Here we go. On the back of every instructions is a different LEGO minifigure. I have no idea why. So this was a fireman, this one is Laval from LEGO Chima, and that's a pirate. Looks like Brickbeard. Anyway, so those are those. But also, I want to compare them with not the instructions, I'm sorry. Well, yeah, on the instructions, they have that little cartoon picture. I want to compare them and see which one looked the most like the LEGO model. So there I've got all the instruction booklets. None of these guys have codes. They are not in the game. That was a bummer, but yeah. So there, I've got all these guys. Let me move that so you get a better view. Alright, so let's start with Rocket. Okay, so I'll just compare it here just for the instructions. He's got the lasers. He's got the eyeballs look kind of different because on the Lego version, he has a 1x1, but here it looks like the 1x1's kind of behind it, so it looks more like a frog. The feet, the studs are to the side, not quite in the middle, and the head, you see that little gray hose that's pointing the wrong direction in the picture. Yeah, so he looks more like a frog in this picture, and his teeth aren't as spaced. Well, they look kind of different, yeah, but that's a good picture. Nixbutt next. I just want to point out his wings look a lot different because I guess they use it with a Lego piece. But here it's just a solid bar, where here it's a slope and then it's a 1x2 grill. Yeah, and then the eye from a front view, it looks pretty much like it's just kind of missing these black ear kind of things. The mouth, yeah, that's a big line curvy. That's just two 1x1s. Yeah, the feet, they look pretty decent. You get the same grill action over there and lines. Yeah, so that's him. He looks decently like his instructions. Nerpnot, when it comes to Nerpnot, you're going to have to judge him by his second face. His naughty face. His not face. Yeah, because it's got, in the picture, it's got those baby eyes. Yeah, so it's got, the teeth are the same, but there's no green in front of the teeth, as in the picture. Yeah, the feet aren't as thick in the LEGO model as there is the picture. They've got the same red warning lights. Yeah, and then the switch is just it's just a bulb. Here it looks like an antenna. So I think that's decent. They're about the same. They're slightly off, but then they're slightly the same. Next, I want to compare Mixels themselves, their similarities and their differences. Here you might notice that Nerpnot and Nixbutt have the same teeth, just reversed. On the left side for Nixbutt, it's the smaller one. On the right side for Nerpnot, it's the smaller one. Yeah. Rocket and Nerpnot have those globes, whereas this is his face mask cover kind of thing, where this is his Space World brain kind of feature going on. Nixbutt and Rocket both have green 1x1s on the head, and both came with these slopes in green, whereas so did he. And so they all have the green 1x2 slopes. All of the Orbitons. Yeah, Nixbutt and Rocket have gold on the feet, and they also have fire, whereas Nerpnot has just those little flame things. He's the only Nixbutt and Nerpnot have not rotating, but movable heads, whereas his is stuck in place. Yeah. So they've got a lot of the same joints. They have Nerpnot, Rocket have not Nerpnot. Nixbutt, they have the same feet pieces for the base. He's the only one that has green 1x1s in square. Yeah, they all come with, well, not all of them, actually. Nixbutt and Nerpnot come with red studs, whereas he comes with red lightsaber blades, or bars, whatever you call them. I call them lightsaber blades because that's where I first got them, yeah. So they have, as I said, they have the same teeth. Alright, so those just basic comparisons. Everybody's different in their own way. But the main purpose of this video is because I'm going to make, with a combination of all 3 Orbitons and a Cubit, which I do not have, I can make one out of these 1x1s if you guys want me to. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. Let me make an Orbiton Cubit. I'm going to have to take apart Nick's butt's face, though. Alright, so making the Orbiton Cubit, which is unfortunately going to be the same color, because they only come with green 1x1s. Okay, no, here's what I'll do. I'll just use the red studs, since those are a little feature in the Mixels. Yeah, so I'm making a Cubit for the Orbitons, and they're all going to stick what's remaining of their hands in there, and they're going to mix into the max. Let me take these guys apart. Alright, now I would just like to say, in all the Orbitons come from 180 pieces, so for $15, you're getting a good price. Yeah, because I've only seen these guys in stores for $15. Okay, so I took them all apart. I'm not going to bother organizing them, because they're going to be built in seconds. So I had to go online and download the PDF, but I have the instructions for the max. I'm going to build that max. Let's get into it. Alright, there he is, the Orbiton Max. Now this guy looks smaller than I thought, but not as small as I expected. I mean, I didn't know what to expect. Now this guy does look like a star, as the rest of the Mixels, whatever. But yeah, he's definitely not off of any aircraft I've ever seen. He looks like he's completely mixed. But I think my favorite part is they still have the moving nose. You can chomp. Yeah, all that stuff. So the arms are extremely small. They are like little baby arms. It's like a T-Rex. What are you supposed to do with that? I have no idea. Yeah, but the jaw, that can give him a lot of expression. Like he's about to sneeze, and that just fell off. Not much you can do about it. Yeah, the wings, I really like those. You can move them in many different directions. So I'll just keep them like that. I don't know, like he's flying. Yeah, it looks like this is the same thing as a rocket, just without the eyeballs. There's just a 1x1 that's like the eyeballs are hidden under it or something. One thing I want to point out is this huge jetpack on the back. It's hinged, so you can point it in any direction that the Orbitron wants to fly in. And you just, like, there's, like, I guess the pad you can put it on. It looks like it's assigned for it, so you just put it on there, and then that's the fire that comes out. So those are like the first flames, and that's the fire. That is also postable by itself. It's on a hinge. It's taken from Nick's putt. Same exact thing. Yeah, so he's flying. Then the wings are flying too with fire under them. Boom. Looks like a robot, but that's okay. And it's supposed to be a robot, probably. Yeah, you get the same. They kept the switch from Nerpnot. I liked how they did that. Yeah, the mouth is generally taken from Rocket. The arms. They want to make me laugh. I'm serious. I am laughing. Kind of. Yeah, the arms are extremely small. It's just a 1x2. Yeah, it's just a 1x2. Alright, I'm okay with that. The feet are taken from, well, not the front, but the back is like a combination of the back of Rocket's foot and the back of Nerpnot's foot. Not Nerpnot, sorry, Nick's foot. Make sure you, also make sure you watch all the reviews to the separate Mixels so you know what I'm talking about. Whose foot? This video is supposed to come last. So if you're watching it first, you have some things in line for you. You should pause it and go check the video out. They do give you a lot of space so you can move the jaw all the way back, but eventually something collides. I know it looks like a big mouth, but you really can't fit a lot of stuff in it. Let me go get the Nixel. This is the Nixel that came with the Orbiton tribe. It is a new, it's a new look, new variant. It looks like he has little jet feet, he can fly. Yeah, so anyway, you can you can catch him, but you can't really like stuff him in the mouth. And I just dropped him. Nixels don't taste good. Yeah, but that's the Nixel. There's a lot of stuff you can do with this guy. He's a bad guy. These are all the pieces unused in the Max. There's a whole pile of them. I kind of wish they made better use of this last glass dome. I love those things. Like, put it over the jetpack or something. I don't know. I'll just stick it right there. Okay. I'm just kidding. It didn't break. It's right here. Yeah, and also, I really do like this glass dome and then this Mixel eyeball. Yeah, if you want to have some fun with your Nixels, you can just make them look like, yeah, something from a video game, huh? Also, one thing I want to mention that I didn't about this Mixel eyeball, you can make him look like sad if you stick it up like he's about to cry. Or he's surprised or something. Yeah, so turn it upside down or to the side, anything, you can give him a whole new expression. So those are all the unused pieces. I'll just put those to the side. They didn't use the Nixel for anything in the Max, as you can guess. So yeah, as I said earlier, Max is when 3 of the same tribe combine. Because they have mix, so Max. Mix and Max. I'm going to try to pose them off the look in the instructions. Let me just get Nerp Knots. If you don't mind, Nerp Knot, thank you, Nerp Knot. There. That's the picture. I'm going to try to make them look just like that. Okay, so, make them lean back a little bit. Stick the nose down to the side. These thingies, the arms are sticking up and back. There. Looks about the same. As close as I can catch it. Yeah. So it's the funny thing about this is it blends in really well, but it's really one of the first things you add, and then halfway through the instructions it reminds you that there are studs down there you need to fill. So that was a little funny and somewhat confusing. Not confusing really. Oh yeah, there's the 4x4 circular white. That's why they didn't use the last glass dome, because they were using its platform. So that's the base of the jetpack. And then they used a lot of grill tile pieces here in the back. They got the golden, they got the black. And also they have the rest of the gold on the feet. Yeah, so one thing I wanted to say, the Nerp Knot spin table for like his head, the 2x2, let me just take this off. The 2x2 spin table, it's not used here. It's clamped shut. You can't spin it. I kind of wish they had a better use for that specific thing, but no, they just lock it up with these grills. Then they put the 1x1s on, and then they put that over at the jetpack, which I think looks pretty cool. Really like the look of that. Yeah, so I think it looks cool. It looks a little bit like a weapon or some experimental jetpack. It looks dangerous, like with these little teeth things here, but it makes a good jetpack. Okay, so we've got the fire coming out of there. The wings, those are just platforms with 1x2 slopes connecting everything, and then there's the booster where the fire's coming out. Yeah, so nothing too complicated going on there. If I had to make one improvement, I would probably take that off and stick on a Mixel eye. So he's like a spaceship. Yeah, that looks awfully ugly. I'm just kidding though. If I could make one improvement, it would just probably having like this glass dome on the top, then sticking. Let me find it. Oh, it didn't roll away. There it is. I don't know. Probably adding more eyeballs. There, something like that. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with what they've come up with for this Max. I've always liked the Maxes. Those were my favorites of all. I really like a lot of the Maxes. Most of them, oops. I know most of them take off animals or creatures or something, but I've really got no explanation for this. It looks like a guinea pig, if you ask me. Also, I guess they didn't do this, but I would have also added the lasers, because Rocket has lasers. I would have stuck those in his hands if I had to make one improvement, because they're skis or something. They're space skis. I'm just kidding. No, I don't know, just for more detail, just because. But they decided not to do that. That's okay. You can make him hold a sign. I'm just kidding. That's not a sign. That's a Mixel joint. I really like those pieces. They use those for a lot of things. Yeah, so that is the Orbiton Max. You can check out my other videos for the rest of the tribe. If you have any questions unanswered that you'd like me to answer, leave your question in the comment section below. I will get back to you. That is a guarantee. And if you don't, If I don't get back to your question, because you wouldn't bother getting back to your own question, otherwise you would have asked it. So, if you're not getting back to your question, that just means I'm probably not on YouTube. I'm just kidding. I will get back to your question, period. I check my comments a lot of the time. This will be in this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. Be sure to join the next one by subscribing. Feel free to leave a like if you liked. Yeah, so like if you liked. Also, leave a comment that you liked, and I will like your comment. Check out my other videos. If you don't know what LEGO Minecorp is, make sure you watch the introduction to that. If you do not know who I am, Minecorp.X, be sure to watch the introduction to my channel, the very first video. If you like Mixels, check out my Calling All Mixels Let's Play. Unfortunately, the Orbitons are not in that game, but there's still the other first 3 series. So be sure to check that out if you like the LEGO Mixels game. There's the Orbiton+MAX just reading the instructions to one of his counterparts. A third of his body is made up of this character. Wow. Yeah, so join the expo by subscribing. This is Minecorp.X over and out.